to Energy Markets Talk number 6 with Pavle Grbović. Pavle is a power trader at Alpiq in the Czech Republic. Thanks for joining, Pavle.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I hope you're doing well, slowly getting out of the lockdown. How has everyone at Alpiq been coping with this crisis?
Well, so far we've been on home office since the mid of March, and I have to say so far it's been more or less okay. In the beginning, maybe 1 or 2 days, just some adjusting to the Skype meetings and some IT potential issues, but after that I have to say everything was running smoothly and we are kind of getting used to the new setup, which is supposed to end probably next week. So I would say that maybe starting from next week they will slowly bring us back to the office, maybe with 1/3 of the company or traders first and then later others to follow.
Yeah. So you will be amongst the first ones.
Most likely. Let's see. It's still in. They still haven't decided exactly in which way they will do it, whether it's in teams or in parts of the companies, or they will move the desks around to have those 2 meters of distancing between the people. It will still be decided, I think, during this week, but so far the information we have that maybe from next week we will get back to the office.
Okay, great. And can you share a bit of insights into how COVID-19 is impacting the power markets and also the power prices in the Czech Republic and also in the rest of the region?
Yeah, of course. Well, the first and the most obvious one is obviously what we have seen throughout these 2-3 months is the downward trend of the prices of almost all prices, commodities, power prices, even the negative prices of oil. Mm-hmm. Well, this is the first one and the most obvious one, basically due to the low demand in almost every country, let's say the industry shutting down, starting from Italy, then moving into Balkans, especially for the Southeastern Europe. The relevant one is in this part is the car industry, which was shutting down in Hungary, Czech, Slovakia, also Romania, and this is a big part of the consumption. So as the demand went much below normal or even lower than expected for this part of the year, also the power prices went down. So this was the first one and the most obvious effect of the COVID-19. But then the other one, which is, I would say the other one which is important and maybe kind of hidden, is the shifted maintenances of the power plants. So due to the COVID, many of the power plants in Balkan, in southeastern part of Europe, I think as well as in maybe even Germany or France, many of the power plants were not able to perform the yearly maintenances, which is scheduled in the parts of April and May in the low demand season. And now those power plants, let's say, are either non-maintained. Maintenances are usually shifted for end of year, Q3. Some power plants will even have to go now in this July-August season. So potentially all those effects could have a counter effect. Let's see how it plays. But the only thing which is clear is that there is this COVID-19 brings a lot of uncertainties. Yeah. A lot of unknown things, a lot of unknown factors which can affect the prices either immediately or kind of later in the months to come or even quarters to come. Yeah.
And well, liquidity has not been great lately. How about at this point? Is there enough liquidity now in the market?
I would say that liquidity, it's kind of similar to the days before, at least in the power markets in the Hungarian price region. Liquidity has not changed a lot. I would say that it depends a lot, as in the past, on the working day, non-working day. In this period of May and June, we have a lot of holidays in we had 1st of May, then here it's 8th of May, it's holiday again. Then I think at the end of May, now beginning of June, later again, we will have a couple of more holidays in Germany and in Italy, Austria. So those days kind of bring with itself less liquidity and less volume traded. But on a regular working day, regular working week, some products are traded usually in the similar volume to the pre-COVID stage. And some products, as I mentioned, maybe those further quarters or some other products are sometimes maybe traded less due to the, let's say, many uncertain things, unknown factors like these maintenances. Up until 10 days ago, for a lot of power plants, it was unknown when the maintenances will be done. And now they are slowly starting to publish that some of them will be end of June, some of them will be in July, and some of them will even not be done and will be shifted for the next year.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing this regional update. Well, as you said, there's still a lot of uncertainty. We are scheduled to see each other hopefully in November, because then we have our ETCSEE conference, our Energy Trading Central and South Europe conference. Hopefully by then we have a bit more certainty.
Exactly. I
hope so.
I hope by then we will have a bit more clarity. At this point, it's still kind of unclear. Let's say even the trend and the situation in the market. It's really up and down every day.
Yeah, true. Well, hopefully in November we'll know more. We'll do another catch up then. I want to thank you for now for sharing the insights. And hopefully we'll see each other in November.
I hope as well. I hope the situation will get back to normal and we'll be able to continue our discussion in a more detailed way.
Thank you, Pavel.
Thank you.